أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآله. المؤمنين والمؤمنات, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us amongst His guests in this holy month, the holy month of Ramadan, and allow us to be amongst those who take advantage of the days and nights and the minutes and seconds of this month, as we read in the famous khutbah Sha'baniyah from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that this month is unique in every aspect of it, its hours, its minutes, its days, its nights, to the point that even breathing during the month of Ramadan is equal to glorification of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the opportunity to be awakened in this month, purify and gain closeness to Him in this spiritual journey that we are on, inshaAllah. It is most probably going to be the first eve of the month of Ramadan, Laylatul al-Awwal min al-Shahr, based on the predictions on the moon sighting. Inshallah, we will have the good news very soon, and we will be amongst the guests of Ar-Rahman, Duyuf Ar-Rahman, in the month of Ramadan, inshallah. Very quick, as we have a few minutes before Adhan al-Maghrib, I want to remind us all of the significance of fasting beyond the physical hunger and thirst. As we read in the hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his family and his progeny, the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, they constantly reminded us of the fact that fasting should not be limited to hunger and thirst, being hungry and thirsty. لا تجعل نصيبك, and the hadith says, do not make your share of advantage or benefits of fasting منه الجوع والعطش, just that you are hungry and you are thirsty. That itself has its benefits. However, that is not what is intended by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as we read through the ayat of the Holy Quran, it's very clear, and I mentioned this last week, some of you may have been with us and remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He prescribed siyam, He says لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may gain taqwa. And taqwa is God consciousness. Taqwa is to be aware and alert and to realize that God is observing, and therefore try and make sure in everything that we do in our lives, whether it is something that we say, something that we do, something that we react to, whatever it is that we do, we make sure that we are doing it with the intention of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and far from displeasing Him. In the same sermon, Khutbah al-Sha'baniyah, I want us to remember all this very important fact. When Imam Ali alayhi salam asked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what is the most important thing I could do in the month of Ramadan? Ma afdalul a'mal? What is the best thing that I should do or one could do in the month of Ramadan? And the answer came, to make sure al-wara' amma harram Allah, to make sure we abstain and stay away, stay far from whatever God has made forbidden. Whatever He has forbidden, we stay away from it. In other words, when we fast, we need to make sure we fast with all our existence, with all our limbs. Not just the physical, but also our mental, fasting on a mental level, and the fasting on even emotional level, even the heart. How do we do that? Inshallah, I'll elaborate in the coming nights. However, in very brief terms, in terms of the limbs, to make sure that none of our limbs are used in disobedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't walk somewhere where there is disobedience to God. We don't do something with our hands where it is disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't say something with our tongue which is disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and so on. Comes to the mental level. On a mental level, even the thoughts of haram, to think of haram, we want to block it. We want to make sure it does. We don't even think of something that is sinful, that God is displeased with, and it is disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that all starts, and inshallah we'll elaborate on this, it all starts from the heart. Because how we feel about something, the emotions that we have, in fact, influence how we think and what we want to do, and then that emotion gets stronger and it turns into action. And if we can control from the beginning of the process, basically, and make sure that we are emotionally thinking of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our heart is in the right direction, therefore we would not be disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the opportunity to purify in this holy month of Ramadan and to gain nearness to Him. Grant us health and well-being to be able to fast. Grant us wisdom and intellect to be able to recite the ayat of the Holy Quran and reflect on them. And grant us the life and opportunity to survive until the day of Eid, where we collect our gifts, as we are told in the hadith, that it is the day that those who God accepted their fast and recitations of the Holy Quran and prayers and standing up, they are expecting gifts from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, wa sallallahu wa sallam ala sayyidina wa nabiyyina Muhammad wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin.